everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are well. My name is Joya, if you don't know, and on this channel we talk about everything from lifestyle, faith, nursing, travel, everything on this channel. So if you are new here, thank you for joining, and if you are an old subscriber, thank you for still being here. So this video is going to be a little bit about the compact license. So it's come to my attention that a lot of nurses don't know what a compact license is. Okay, so what is a nurse compact license or a multi-state license? Basically what it is it's a license that allows you to work in several states without getting another license. So let me just tell you about my story. So when you take NCLEX, and things may have changed, and I can only speak for Florida, but like I said, may have changed because I got my license back in 2019. However, when I applied on the Florida Board of Nursing website, they asked me, did I want a single state or did I want a multi/compact license? So I knew I needed a compact license because I knew I wanted to work in other states at some point. So what you want to make sure you do is that you select the multi-state compact license, because that allows you to work in several states without having to go through background checks and fingerprinting and paying all this money for another license in these states. Now, like I said, it may be different for different states, and things may have even changed with Florida, but that's how it was back then. And I'm pretty sure nothing has really changed with it in Florida. It's probably the same process. And so if you get a single state license, that means you can only work in that state. So for example, Florida is a compact state. But if I was to select the single state license when I registered for my NCLEX and with the Florida Board of Nursing, then I would only be able to work in Florida. If I wanted to work in another state, I would have to apply for a license there. However, since I have a multi-state or compact license, I do not have to go through that whole process of going to, say, Georgia Board of Nursing and having to fill out all these paperwork. Nope. If I want to apply for a job in Georgia with my license, I can do that because it's compact, and Georgia is a compact state. That's just kind of a brief overview of what compact license is. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to link an article in the description box, which actually tells you all the states that are compact, but I'm just going to run through it. I have a little list, so I'm going to run through it. And yeah, so these are the states that are compact, meaning if you live in this state, this is important. So you have to live in a compact state to get a compact license. So Alabama is a compact state. If I have residency in Alabama, I can get a compact license. However, I have to make sure I select a compact license. Okay, so we have Alabama is a compact state, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Guam. So Guam is a U.S. territory, if you don't know. The thing with Guam is they will allow you to practice under your license, but it has to be a multi-state. So say if I have a Florida license or a Florida compact license, if I want to go take a contract in Guam, I can do that because I have a compact license. But if I had a Florida single state license, Guam would not allow me to apply to do nursing in their territory without applying for a Guam license. Okay, so after Guam, Idaho. Guam was the only one so far that needed, special things. Idaho, you can get a compact license in Idaho. Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania. So, okay, with Pennsylvania real quick. The law passed for them to have multi-state compact license in Pennsylvania. However, it's awaiting implementation. So that means right now it's not a compact state. So once that goes through all the way through, then people in Pennsylvania that have residency in Pennsylvania can apply for a compact license, and then they can work in any other compact state. Okay, so they're just awaiting implementation in Pennsylvania. Moving on, South Carolina is a compact state. That's where I live now. That's how I was able to leave from Florida and come to South Carolina for a job and not have to apply for a license here. Okay, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, U.S. Virgin Islands. Real quick on the USVI. Same thing with Pennsylvania. The law was passed, but they're still awaiting implementation. So once that passed, if you want to go work in a VI without having to apply for a license, then you can do that. Okay, if you live in a compact state and you have a compact license. Washington, the state of Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. So once again, I know I went through that list pretty fast, but I will link the article below, and it's real simple. So make sure that when you are applying for NCLEX or with your board of nursing that you are aware if it's a compact license or not. and make sure you select compact license. I know somebody that, graduated with me and they ended up doing a single state. I don't know why they did that, but they don't have a compact license. But, just make sure you do a compact license when you are registering. Also, two of my mentees took nclex in Florida. Like, they were actually physically in Florida at a Pearson View facility. However, they were taking it through the North Carolina Board of Nursing. So I don't know all the logistics behind how they did it. However, I know they were able to use the North Carolina Board of Nursing because in Florida, if you fail NCLEX a certain amount of times, you got to take a remedial course and blah, blah, blah. So what they were able to do is, go through the North Carolina Board of Nursing by submitting all their paperwork. And once they passed NCLEX, they had technically a North Carolina state license. But when you go through a different board of nursing other than where you live at, like the state you live in, you can only get a single state. So keep that in mind. So for them, they live in Florida, but they went through the North Carolina Board of Nursing, so they can only get a North Carolina state license. However, once they got that license, they were able to apply by what's called endorsement to get a compact license because North Carolina and Florida are compact states. So I hope this video makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. If you need clarity, like I said, I don't know exactly the logistics behind how they were able to physically be in Florida and then take the North Carolina, go through the North Carolina Board of Nursing, but I know it's possible. I know it's not like forbidden. It's easy. You just have to submit your paperwork, but I don't know like all the behind the scenes of that process. But yeah, I mean, I could ask them if you guys want to know. I could, reach out to them and ask them. I'm sure they'll let me know how they did it. But that's that. Just if you don't remember anything from this video, if you live in any of those compact states that I listed, please get a compact license. It makes your life so much easier because if right now, if I wanted to uproot my life and move to Birmingham, Alabama and work doing an RN job, I could do that without having to get fingerprinting, background check, and another license and pay hundreds of dollars. I could just apply for a job in Birmingham, Alabama, and if they give me that job, I could start that job without having to do any other paperwork for a nursing license. If I want to move to Mississippi, okay, same thing. If I want to go and move to Georgia, go down 3 hours away and go move to Atlanta, I can do the same thing. So just keep that in mind. As always, y'all, stay grateful, stay faithful, stay consistent,